Tournaments. One.
Live. Like, share, subscribe, share the live, get 5. Somebody will die named Anime Eye. Yeah. We got a special guest in the building. This is the Rebellion we got my man at the corner. This is Dre.
What's up, Dre?
We got Carl right here in the middle.
What's happening?
We got Bobby over here on the right. If you'd like to introduce yourself, my brother, how you pronounce your name? I don't want to mess it up.
Yeah,
is it how it's spelled?
My name is Jiba Anderson. I am the publisher of Griot Enterprises, the creator of its flagship title, The Horsemen, and the curator of the 4 pages, 16 bars of visual mixtape anthology series.
Fire. That was perfect. Did you practice that? Because that was perfect introduction.
You know what? I've been doing this for a minute now. So
okay.
If I don't have the spiel down pat by now, it's a wrap.
Got it. So one thing that I came across your 16 bars mixtape, visual mixtape. Now, me being an MC, I seen that and I was like, wait, hold on. I couldn't. Can you break that down for us? Break that down for us. What it naturally is. What is it?
Okay, so the philosophy behind 4 pages, 16 bars, a visual mixtape, is that comics are hip hop. What I mean by comics being hip hop is that much like hip hop, for decades, comic books were an underground culture. It's definitely an art form or an industry that was started in large part by the marginalized. I'm not necessarily saying Black folk, although Black folk have been a part of the landscape of comics from its inception. And I'm not talking about characters, I'm talking about creators and artists as well. But if you think about comics, like the cats who really started the industry were the Jewish and the Italian immigrants, pretty much in New York, which was the home of publishing. So just like hip hop, comics started from humble beginnings, just like hip hop, you got beef in comics. Comics can be political, comics can be gully, comics can be fun. Furthermore, the notion of comics being hip hop was in response to a lot of cats that I heard or that complained when I came up with this idea. They were like, "Oh, we need one house for all Black comics. We need another milestone, blase, please." I was like, you know what? Hip hop wasn't one house. Like hip hop isn't just Death Row. Hip hop isn't just Def Jam. Hip hop isn't just No Limit. Hip hop isn't just Cash Money, Rockets, so on and so forth. Hip hop is the culture. All of these.
Well, I want to pause you real quick. Out of those dudes you named, who would smash the other?
I don't even roll like that because.
Hold up.
Because I'm gonna say this in all honesty, real talk. I'm a backpacker, so I'm a cat that
you're talking to one. You're talking to one.
Like musically, I'm a native tongues cat. I'm originally from Detroit, so Dilla all day, Slum Village all day, so on and so forth. Like I'm a real one when it comes to hip hop. So
same here.
So when I talk about hip hop, I'm talking about the culture. I'm talking about the elements. So
the culture also is battle. So with that said,
the culture is battle too. However, the culture is more so community than battle. Too many people get caught up in the battle. They don't recognize the unity that it took for hip hop to achieve the global presence that it does have, that is still dominant. And that is the same thing when it comes to Black comics, what I mean? And Black comics creators, right? You got to understand, like, I have been a professional in this game for 20 plus years.
Okay.
This is the 20th anniversary of my title, The Horsemen. So
Okay.
I've been in the mix for a minute. I've been the bridge, from the Milestone Tribe Brotherman days till now.
Okay.
Wow.
I came into the comic book scene in '95. That's when I made my first foray. The Horsemen dropped in 2002. So I'm a vet when it comes to this.
Yeah. So the visual mixtape is like a amalgamation of all of that.
It's an anthology of it. It's celebrating Black comics, and it's celebrating the history of that. I liken 4 pages, 16 bars to heavy metal meets the source.
Okay.
In terms of when it comes to hip hop, it's the philosophy of hip hop. It's the mentality of hip hop that drives 4 pages, 16 bars, right? So in terms of the anthology series, you have each issue or each volume, you have comics, you do have your 4 pages, you have a little bit of long plays, so you have your web comics, you have indie comics, when we come to different genres, you have different genres. So you have the superhero, you'll have the fantasy, you'll have comedy, you know what I mean? You'll have the slice of life. We also support it with articles talking about the nature of Black comics, and also galleries of illustrators who've really made an impact, and so on and so forth. For instance, past volumes of 4 pages, 16 bars, we've had independent illuminaries like Roosevelt Pitt, Purge, as well as cats like Sanford Green, from Bitter Root, Kari Randolph from Excellence, David Walker, who is the co-creator of Naomi, Michelin Hess,
Lonnie Lowe. Shout out to Lonnie.
Lowe. Yeah, I mean, so we run the gamut. It's like indie, mainstream, it doesn't matter. It's all comics. The only thing that does matter is that in 4 pages, 16 bars, all of the work is independent work. You will not see DC or Marvel. You will not see the corporate 2 in there for a couple of reasons. Number one, legality. Number two, that's not what it's all about. When it comes to the corporate 2, in a lot of ways, their quote unquote diversity has been lip service.
Got you.
You see what I mean? I would say more so DC than Marvel, because what Marvel has over DC is that Marvel created the iconic, unique, individual African and African American characters that have become icons, right? So, from Black Panther to Brother Voodoo to Blade to Storm to Luke Cage to Misty Knight to the Falcon, so on and so forth. Those characters have their own identity and their own agency. With DC, they came into the mix already doing legacy versions of major characters, right? With John Stewart, being the Green Lantern, right? Later on, you had Black Lightning coming out in '77, and then later on Vixen. But you really didn't see DC like making that effort, and even nowadays they haven't really made that effort. I mean, we had some characters pop out, like definitely Cyborg. I'm not knocking Cyborg being a major character.
Fuck Cyborg. Go ahead.
I'm not.
That's a whack character. I hate Cyborg's character. But go ahead.
I don't. It does that kind of thing. In terms of like characters being whack or stuff like that, right? I got to the point. It's not about the character, but it's about the creator who created the character and the agency that they placed into the character. So, for instance, you may think that Cyborg is a whack character. But I challenge you that the reason why you think Cyborg is a whack character is because you've never read a book about Cyborg that gave him power and agency.
Exactly. That's right. That's
What
right.
You know what I'm
what
saying?
about what about him being just whack though?
He's for me. He's not a whack character.
Yeah.
For me,
Okay. Okay, so that's where
for
we
me, it's like,
line at.
yeah. For me, it's like, that character has untapped potential.
I can see that. I can see you were just saying, because you basically, it's like what we always say, like like I've never been interested in Cyborg, mainly because there's no real reason to be. There's nobody putting the emphasis on him. Like, for instance, like War Machine. You know what I'm saying? Like War Machine had a few runs, and they tried to put the character. Now I'm more interested in War Machine than I ever
right,
have.
because at a time at Marvel, they had Tony go off the deep end on a bender, and Rodney had to take over.
Yeah.
And so you had that opportunity to flesh Rodney out, Rhodey out character. You know what I mean? Now, I was a little bit incorrect in saying that no character is whack, because no, I'm not. I mean, because
I would highly disagree. But go ahead.
I'm saying, for instance, like, I never thought that Night Thrasher was a valuable character.
Oh, I love Night Thrasher.
Well, you love Night Thrasher. For me, I'm like, meh. And again, it's because no writer has ever made me care. About Night Thrasher. Right? I would say a better version of Night Thrasher was when But I
don't like the design or nothing like that. What if you don't like the design of the character?
That's another thing. I don't like the design of the character either. That's another thing. Like,
sometimes it's just hard to get around.
I'm coming from an artist and a writer's perspective.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like what's the link? What's the right? Like, I was thinking about Supreme Power, and I thought a much better version of Night Thrasher was a Black Nighthawk. Like that cat, and especially when David Walker wrote that that brief series, man, that was unapologetic.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's a great character, right?
Yeah.
It's the same thing with Black Panther, for example. Again, I mean, I was born in the 70s, so I kind of grew up with a lot.
Okay.
So
do you agree? Do you agree with what's the creator of Underworld?
Kevin Greville.
He wrote that.
Here's the thing. He wrote that and acting like that was a new thing.
Like, okay, there we go. That's what I was going to
say. I mean, like people.
So tell my audience what he said. Hold on, real quick, Jiba. Hold on, Jiba. Tell my audience what he said, if you don't mind.
Well, he basically was lamenting over the fact that he called DC's characters hand-me-down Black characters, that they didn't develop new characters and whatnot, and he really got bent out of shape with the latest promotional piece that DC put out for Black History Month. And at that point, it was basically because of what's happening right now with DC. You got the Black Batman up there, you got the Black Superman, you got 2 Black Green Lanterns up there, you got Black Aquaman up there, you finally have Bubia, who had been a cipher for almost 40 years now, a character and whatnot up in there and whatnot. And he was like, well, what about the other Black? Like, where's Vixen? Like, where's, Bumblebee? Like, where are these, other characters? What about the milestone?
I do kind of want to see though, because Vixen, I love Vixen as a character.
Here's the thing about it. Last year, independently, some brothers did a jam piece of Black superheroes from the Corporate 2, which was fire.
Yeah.
Right? And that's actually the point that I'm getting to. Is that a lot of cats, and I'm going to say a lot of brothers in particular, are late to the party. And a lot of brothers get mad over shit that is easily in their control. This is what I mean. Okay. First of all, there has been a contingent of black folk that did want their black Superman, their black Batman, their black Wonder Woman. So
yeah, fuck that.
No, here's the thing. Here's the thing. They got that. No, it's not necessarily that. It's like they got that. Cats are still not satisfied. Then you wait. Then you have another contingent. You have another contingent talking about, you know, what about how come they don't create original characters, you know, so on and so forth. Now this is twofold. Because cats who are talking about why don't they create original characters, number one, are not looking at independent black comic books. Because if you just turn to the left, right, you have
this nigga Bobby been saying that for like a long time.
Of independent black comic books killing the game right now. From Spider to Excellence to Bitterroot to Spirit's Destiny to my own book, The Horsemen, to Witch Doctor, to
Crescent City Monsters.
The Crescent City Monsters, which is my fucking jam.
It's hard.
Right. Like and so many more. Right? Cat's not looking at that. Because they keep looking at the corporate too, and they're looking at the other, and they're looking at the man to validate them by creating characters that they have no control over, that are just.
I am a victim of that. Growing up with DC, and then looking for them to give me what I want in blackness. I have been a victim to that. Now that also has to do with do I want to abandon what I like completely?
Here's the thing.
Because of that, that's another part of the problem, right? Is that cats feel like, oh, it's either or. No.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I'll read everything.
By no means it's not either or. It's more so yes and. You know what I mean?
I want it all.
It's more. Here's the thing: you have it all.
Yeah.
Exactly. You know what I mean? The thing about it is that you don't have it all in the place that you're looking at.
Yeah. A couple years ago,
we do. They don't.
Yeah. Right. You dig? Like if you gonna wait for DC and Marvel to act right, DC and Marvel being PWIs, meaning predominantly white institutions.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you waiting for them to represent you waiting forever.
Hey,
as opposed to, now here's another thing too, because of the fact that we have been
go ahead, Bobby. After this,
you know, we have been conditioned to pursue the gaze of the other, right? So much to the point that even when our own people create something, we're like, it must not be good enough because the other didn't validate that.
Yeah, that's whack. That's whack.
You know what I'm saying? That's
because I got two dope motherfuckers right here that don't give a fuck about none of that.
Exactly. That's part of a mental liberation too. Like you said, for instance, like you were waiting on DC and Marvel to act right. Me, I didn't wait. I was like, they're not acting.
I'm talking about as a kid, and
even
as a kid.
Even as a kid. Like, let me tell you something about myself. I knew I wanted to do comics when I was 10 years old.
Okay.
And even when I was 10 years old, I was like, no, when I say I want to do comics, I'm not talking about I want to draw Batman, I want to draw Superman, I want to draw Spider-Man. I was like, I want to make my own comics.
Yes.
And so, for instance, like in terms of my education, for me, DC and Marvel, that was like entry level. That was like remedial. Like even as a young kid, I was reading independent books. Like I was more influenced by independent books than by the corporate too. So, like, for instance, I was reading ElfQuest, I was reading Mage, I was reading Grendel, I was reading Heavy Metal, I was reading Warp.
I read Heavy Metal.
Nexus, you know what I'm saying? Like I always kept 1 foot outside of the corporate too. So I knew about Charlton Comics. Like I knew about The Question,
the Max,
and
did y'all fuck with the Max?
Stuff like that.
Did you fuck with the Max?
Before, by the time the Max came out, I was in college. And by that time, I wasn't necessarily looking at the Max. I was looking at Tribe.
Okay.
You dig? Larry Stroman, Todd Johnson, two brothers, still to this day, made the highest selling Black comic book of all time. 1 million copies.
Jiba, real quick. Hey, y'all. Hey, look, hold on, real quick. Hold on. Sir. But I have to. All right. I don't. Next time you come on here, instead of putting your name on here, you are the professor. You hear me? Because listen, everything that you're saying, and you just drop some gems on me, hey brother, like a lot of this, we all talk about. This is one of the persons one of the reasons why we all got together is to highlight Black creators, because because even like myself, like when I was growing up, I would Chris Kermont's X-Men. That's what I jumped on first. That's what was introduced to me first. Yeah. But I always used to wonder, damn, there are no Black people. Oh, okay, well, I'm just going to keep chugging along.
Yeah, and that's not even the truth. I'll tell you this. Like I went to my first Comic-Con in Detroit. I was about 16 years old. I went to that. The first artist that I met, it's not Chuck Patton. Oh gosh, it was another brother. It was Keith Pollard. Keith Pollard was the first comic book artist that I met. Keith Pollard worked for DC. He worked on Batman, a number of other things. He is a brother. The first comic book artist that I met in the business was Black. And that showed me that I have a place in this business and I have a place in this industry. That's another issue that I have with a lot of cats talking about, the Black presence in comics, because they focus on the characters, but they don't know anything about the creators.
Christopher Priest is one of my favorite writers.
Exactly. And one of the things about 4 pages, 16 bars is that I focus on the creators, because that is where the true diversity is.
Absolutely.
You see what I'm saying? Like people are worried about, we need more Black characters. It's like, no, you need more dope Black creators and Latino and Asian and LGBTQ, so on and so forth. What I'm saying with 4 pages, 16 bars is like, we not only are we here, not only have we been here, but we are a part of a tradition that has been present since the beginning of the comic book industry. Like a lot of y'all cats don't know about Jackie Orms. You know what I'm saying?
No, I don't. No,
I don't.
You know what I'm saying?
You're talking to me when you said that.
Or George Harriman. George Harriman, the creator of Crazy Cat. Crazy Cat is lauded still to this day as one of the greatest comic strips of all time. Okay. And that comic strip is pure Jack.
Hold on, brother. Hey, can you Drake, can you do me a huge favor and type these names in the chat? Yeah. Please.
Actually, real talk. Get into 4 pages, 16 bars, and we educate you. We talk about these cats. We mention these cats. Not only do we show what happens currently, but we also talk about the past. You know what I mean? And we also talk about the tradition. You see what I'm saying?
There we go. You just explained it to me full circle, and I fuck with you for that. That's why you're the professor. Hey, he gave you the professor name. That's why I fuck with you for that. What you just did. Hey,
I mean, it's funny. It's funny that you call me the professor, because in my secret identity, I am a professor as well.
Are you really? Are you really?
Yes.
Go ahead and drop your credentials. Drop your credentials, man. Let me hear.
So
go ahead. Well, hold on, quick. Go ahead, Bobby.
I got that feeling when he started talking. I sat up. I had a feeling there, like the way. Yeah, no, I felt that coming from me. That's all I'm saying.
Go ahead, Jim. My bad.
It's like for 11 years I taught animation and video game design. I also taught graphic design. I currently teach branding and advertising. At places like Chicago State University. I have spoken across the country about comics. As a matter of fact, next month I'm going to University of Texas at Austin for a conference out there.
Nice.
I have work in the National Smithsonian Museum of African Art.
Okay.
So my book, The Horsemen, is part of a long time exhibition at the Smithsonian National Museum of African Art, as well as Michigan State University. Yeah.
Can you type that in the trap for me, Jay? Because I will be.
Just go to griotenterprises.com. I'll just type in the website.
Send that to me. Go ahead, Bobby. What was you gonna say?
Real quick, so you from Detroit?
Yeah,
Detroit.
Yeah,
I need a top 5 all-time Detroit MCs. That's what I need from you.
Top 5. Okay.
I'll make it harder. Top 3. I want to see.
Oh, that's easier.
He said that's easier.
Let's get it.
Number 1, you got Elzai.
Woo!
You know what I'm saying?
That's my nigga.
Come on, man. 2, you got
Royce. Let's roll with the rest of that list. Let's roll with it.
It's like 2, you got Royce the 5'9", right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And actually, because he's still living,
I said Elzai.
3 is T3.
Say again?
T3.
Oh.
You got me there. I don't know who that is.
Okay.
T3,
you gotta be
is one of the members of Slum Village.
Yeah.
I would have also said by 10, but by 10.
Slum Village.
Slum Village.
Yeah.
If you know about Dilla and you don't know about Slum Village, you don't know about Dilla.
Yeah. Oh, tell him. Preach.
Hey. I can't tell you. I got into Dilla.
If you don't have Fantastic Volume 2 in your life and you call yourself a Dilla fan, you a goddamn lie.
Okay, now here's what I'm gonna say. I love Dilla's beats. Never got into Dilla's music. I will tell you that. I'm everything around it. Just never got there.
You ain't no Dilla fan. You ain't no Dilla.
Oh no, not a Dilla fan. Can't say that. But the beats was hard.
The fact of the matter is, Dilla was a musician with that MPC. He did things with that MPC that cats still are trying to figure out. You know what I'm saying?
This money. Hey.
Now, when you said Elzai, you had me at Elzai.
Because he threw that out quick too.
Right. Don't get me wrong. Like, I'm not gonna lie, because I've been there.
But those are bar. Those are you named a bar heavy dude. So that's what threw me. Like, that's bar heavy.
That's the
bars. He's bars.
That's the kind of hip hop I am.
Okay, there we go. Hey, you prove. That also, number 1.
Like also real talk. Like, man, just because he's a white boy, don't sleep on Marshall. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, like Eminem. Like, I heard Eminem before Dr. Dre got a hold of him. And dog, Eminem.
He's poop.
The whole crew. I knew Proof back in the day.
I said poop.
No.
Like, we have our I'm seriously have a strong disagreement with Eminem. I think he has pulled the wool over our eyes for so many years that he has a hold on. Now let me let you into what bars over here.
Okay.
He has a great rhyme scheme. How he put words together, as far as, like, we talking about Elzai can take you through the galaxy and beyond storytelling, everything gone down to a pack. Now we do have good things from Eminem. What I'm saying is,
she was asking me how I feel about Black Milk. I fucks with Black Milk heavily.
Black Milk is that nigga.
I definitely fucks with Black Milk.
First time I heard Black Milk, I thought that nigga was Royce.
Now check this out. That's another bar heavy dude right there.
Yeah, no, it's like I fucks with those cats. You know, I'm also a Detroit techno head too.
Okay.
So,
Shit.
I'm a Detroit music cat.
Hey, listen, if you from the Midwest, you from Chicago, you from Detroit, you know that house music, techno, all that shit is, man, like even I just the other day I was looking at a whole page dedicated to juke.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Juke and jit. And even the
jit, you know what I mean?
Yeah, so even the exactly.
Okay, one at a time. Go ahead.
Like in Detroit, y'all, you know, because I'm from Kalamazoo. You know what I'm saying? So I'm on the other side of the state. So I'm closer to Chicago. So y'all real smooth with it. Chicago.
KZoo, you closer to Detroit. Like you ain't closer to Chicago.
Chicago like 2 hours away. Detroit like almost 3 hours away. I used to drive back and forth to both of them.
I know. I did the drive. I did the drive for so many years. You know.
Yeah, man. Like that. I don't think a lot of people know. Like that hip hop scene, the Midwestern hits, like especially Detroit, Chicago, where I feel where the backpackers came from, because it's an amalgamation of a whole.
Yeah.
It's like if depending on where you at, like
East Coast, we got the West Coast,
you
know, the South bubbling up, and definitely, especially Detroit, because we're some critical ass motherfuckers.
I'll say LA because that's where I'm from. That's where they started at. LA's where they started at, but that's just because I'm from LA, because I remember all that shit.
No, I'm just saying when it comes to Detroit, man, it's like if you ain't up on your shit, we will. It's worse than booing you. We'll just look at you like this.
Like my guy is Esham. That's who I grew up with.
He's hard.
Look,
I was an MC Breed dude. You know what I mean?
Oh, see, so you know, like Esham was my, like, if you bring up the top MC from Detroit, I got Dead Flowers, I got
MC Breed,
I got Kill the Fetus, you know what I'm saying? Like I got
MC Breed was hard.
He was hard.
Here's the thing. I'm so Detroit hip hop. I will go back to when Detroit hip hop was whack. Like Papa J Smooth, the Detroit Box. You know what I mean?
Hey, damn.
In the hardcore committee.
Hey, that's an old code.
you know.
Damn, this nigga. Hey, bruh, those are some. Oh, those is old school names. Oh shit. Yeah.
Oh man.
Oh man. Hey, I'm definitely. Hey, if you can, Jiba, if you can please send me that information on your comic. And can you you were telling me about some other ones that's attached. You want to drop those real quick?
Yeah. Like I said, I sent the website. You can literally go to griotenterprises.com. And you know, on the first page, as a matter of fact, you know, you'll see we got a couple of bundles for the 4 pages, 16 bars, a visual mixtape anthology series. You can get them digitally, you know, way cheaper. You know what I mean? You could also get them in print as a bundle too.
Lead that up, Dre. Lead that up from me.
The same thing with the Horsemen. Real quick, for those of you who don't know, I've mentioned the Horsemen. Yeah. This is what the story is about. The Horsemen is the saga of the gods of Africa returning to Earth and possessing 7 people to save humanity from itself. And this
by
year,
possession.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the Horsemen, the root of it is West African mythology. Then we go into we go into not only Pan-African mythology, but also the mythology of the world. I am, and this is facts. This is carbon dated. I am the first cat who brought the Orishas 2 comics as heroes.
Okay. Wow.
Like I said, the Horsemen dropped in 2002. This year is the 20th anniversary.
Okay.
And me saying that, I'm not saying that to be bragging. That's facts.
Okay. Hey, listen, nice. Either or, I'm winning.
Yeah. So, so what's happening? Definitely this year, I'm going to be launching the Kickstarter for Volume 8 of 4 pages, 16 bars, visual mix.
You want to throw up some of them? You have some variant comics. Can we throw those up on the screen right now? The variant covers that you have.
The variant covers for
the 16 bars. Some of those pictures is dope as hell.
Oh, those aren't variant covers. Those are covers.
Oh, okay.
Those are the straight covers.
Oh, okay. Hey, Drake, can you pull those up for us?
Yeah.
I wanna show y'all some of how they real dope looking, man.
Give me a second.
Yeah, you were saying about the
So Volume 8 is titled Change Clothes. So the Kickstarter for that is going to be dropping in the next week or so, and then we're going to be dropping a Kickstarter closer to my birthday in August, which is another milestone for me. This year is a year.
August what? August what?
17th.
Okay, I'm the second. So we Leo's up in here, man.
Yeah, August 17th will be, man, it's crazy for me to even say it. It'd be my half century. So this year,
man, that's a blessing. That's you know what I'm saying?
By the way, Melvin says Royce is the best Detroit rapper. I would have to say he's right up there. Elzai and him are like eye to eye.
It's you know, different takes on it. I'm more of an Elzai dude, but you know, Royce is no joke. Like don't get it twisted.
Yeah.
Don't get
it twisted.
I just put it out in the ether. You know, that's my personal.
Okay, yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Sean is asking, how can you support? Like I said, go to griotenterprises.com. Okay. If you want to find me on Instagram, I am Jazz Intellect on Instagram.
Thank you for that, Shauna.
Yeah. Also, you know, you can find me on the Facebooks. You can find me as Jiba Anderson. You know, or Griot Enterprises on Facebook.
Nice. You got it ready, Dre?
Which one were we talking about?
He put it in the chat.
Hey, hey, real quick, let me ask.
Well, because I'm on the website. I was wondering if it was like a specific one you were talking about.
Oh yeah, can you direct us, Jiba, to the ones that I've seen?
If you go to the website, just go to the 4 pages, 16 bars page.
Oh, okay. So those were the ones, and the gallery.
Yeah, or the gallery. The gallery was what started the whole thing. The gallery was
all this right here.
Yeah. That was a Raw Dog Dirt move to get the whole thing going. So
can you do close-ups on those? Can you click on some of those?
Mm-hmm. So with the gallery, how I got the creators involved was that I
zoom in on that, Trey.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Yeah, I had already designed the logo for it because 4 pages, 16 bars started off as an exhibition. And so I had the gallery for it, and I was in another podcast where cats were talking about, you know, we need to do this, we need to do that, we need to come together. And I was like, well, all you need to do is to have a cat like gather all the materials, so on and so forth, put their ego aside and put the thing together. And I said to myself, well, I guess because I thought about that, I guess I'm going to be the one to do it. And
fire.
People involved with it. I just grabbed images from cats that I knew and cats whose work that I liked. Slapped it on there, named some cats, visual MCs, and literary DJs.
Hard.
You know,
go back.
That shit is so hard, bro.
I'm sorry, Jim. I can't hear you, my man. My bad. So sorry. We just seen this picture and I just lost it. Go ahead, Jim. Start over a little bit. My bad, man.
No. Basically, like I said, it was like found images of cats whose work that I liked and that I knew, you know, and created these posters of it with 4 pages, 16 bars. called the artists Visual MCs, called the writers Literary DJs. I created a collective called the Blacksis, and then I DM'd them through Facebook, and I was like, Agent so-and-so, you have been activated. Agent so-and-so, you have been activated. These cats were coming to me like, what's going on? What the hell? What's going on with this? Once I got them, I was like, yo, okay, so this is what's going on. 4 pages, 16 bars. This is the anthology. This is the philosophy. Are you down? And
Fire!
Because of the fact that, you know, thank goodness my rep, I have a rep in the industry. Cats were like, you know, no question. They're like, yeah, bet. Whatever you need, I'm down. And so this poster series actually was, it was like my grimy sort of guerrilla marketing to rope creators in. But then also with the public, they're like, what is all this blackness I'm seeing? And why does it look so professional, quote unquote professional?
Yeah.
Does that because I'm a graphic designer by trade. I know what I'm doing. So and I knew, you know, for a fact that you put the package on it, right? You know, you'll get people interested. And so this series that you're looking at right now, this was how
fire.
This was how I launched the whole anthology series. Nice,
man. I appreciate you coming on here and explaining that to us, my brother. That was excellent. The work and I am definitely about to be knee deep in all your stuff, man. So I'm coming to your house. I'm gonna be rummaging through your shit, just so you know, man. You know what I mean?
Man. Hey, Professor, man. Look. You know, we all the guests we didn't have on here, man. Like I've learned, like it's like you said, like we've always been here. Yeah. And that's one of the things that you know the younger generation need to know, because we, you know what I'm saying, like you said, like you know what I'm saying, because who you are, you shot there. It took us years to get there. You know what I'm saying? You know, like we are late to the party, but guess now that I'm in the party though, I'm about to get busy. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. Now that I got the key to his house,
you got past, you know what I'm saying? So get your drink on. Get your drink on and get your boogie on.
Man, sir, I appreciate the bars.
I appreciate it,
here, man. Oh, I'm when we get over here, I'm gonna be look.
Hey, I'm gonna be with you, Bobby. So if we bump into each other, don't drop your shit. Hey, thank you, Jiba. I appreciate you coming on, man. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it, my man.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me, y'all.
All right, buddy.
Thank you.
All right,
Thank you.
All right,
Oh,
take it easy.